Peace, family. Peace. Now, family, I'm doing this video because my live streams have been getting interrupted by the gremlins, let's say. But I think it's probably better that I did it like this so it doesn't get interrupted. I watched a Titans TV stream this morning, and what I saw was the philosophical Muslim that I put in my last video. His name's Deen, working for the Quilliam Foundation. I listened to him speak for a portion of that live stream about my ancestors now, and the fact that I say that I communicate with them when I meditate. And first of all, I'm actually quite flattered that people are talking about my ancestors so much. It's actually quite flattering, I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting that can cause such a stir, right? But it actually doesn't hurt anybody. But for me, I'm just gonna say this. There's been a controlled attack, let's say controlled attack, on myself for about a year and a half now. And that attack has gone from slander to death threats, to all manner of videos made about my acting career. It's been going on for a while, let's say. Now, call me suspicious, okay? Call me suspicious, because I think this is a new attack now on myself, and I think it's an attack under a different guise, with a new face. So the attack on my meditation, remember, I'm one man, I'm just one man. So if I'm one man claiming that when I meditate, I communicate with my ancestors. Now, I have maintained throughout the whole of my time saying this, that I cannot prove this to anyone. So if you were to put electrodes on my brain, yeah, and see that there's some kind of activity going on in my brain, and I come out of that meditation and I say, hey guys, I'll tell you what I saw, right? I was talking to this guy. You're gonna say, hang on a minute, bro, it sounds great, but what do we have to prove that? And I say, nothing. You don't have anything. I don't have anything for you to prove that happened. However, we could see that there was some kind of brain activity going on. However, I'm now coming out of that trance and telling you this is what I saw. I can't prove it to you. I can't prove what I saw. But I'm going to still hold it to be true to me because I had the experience. Now, Adam seems to be attacking the thing of, well, Sarah, you say you're deluded. And I'm like, of course, according to modern definitions, I would be deluded. Okay, what is a delusion? Let me read the definition of delusion to you. It is an idiosyncratic belief maintained despite being contradicted by reality or rational argument. Now, Adam gives rational argument and how this can't be part of reality. And I say, fine, cool. But can yours? Because I said to him, I believe he's deluded too, right? Now, he says he doesn't have any reasons, more reasons, he has more reasons to believe in Allah than not to believe in Allah, okay? So I will now say, listen, according to the book called the Quran, which is essential to Islam, okay? The first man, the first human's name was Adam. Coincidentally, this guy's name is Adam. Adam, okay, is the first human being. According to science, genetics, the first people on this planet, first humans, came from Africa. The name Adam comes from the Hebrew language, linguistically. Language is about 6,000 years old. First humans, let's just give them 150,000 years. You have a name which came 6,000 years ago, and a people that came 150,000 years ago, and you're attempting to put a name from here, new, on an old people and call the first human Adam. Now, linguistically and etymologically, that is impossible. You cannot have the first humans or first human, which came from Africa, which is genetics, which is scientific, having the name Adam. It's impossible. Okay, because the name wasn't even in linguistics. The Hebrew language wasn't even in existence when the first people were roaming the earth. So the first man could not have been named Adam. Etymologically, linguistically, it is said that the oldest languages are the ones with clicks. And those languages can be found all throughout South Africa. Okay? So, I don't know the first man being called Nwetebe, and the first woman being called Nwetede. I don't know. It's more likely we are not going to know the name of the first man. We're not going to know the name of the first man. It's too old. It's too long ago. We're not going to know. However, you claim to know the name of the first man, and the first man's name was Adam, even though, let's read the definition, even though you have an idiosyncratic belief maintained despite being contradicted by reality or rational argument. I've just given you a rational argument as to why the first man's name could not be Adam. Because the term Adam, the name Adam, was not in existence when the first human was in existence. It's a rational argument. However, you maintain that belief that contradicts reality. But I'm deluded. You're not deluded, remember, but I'm deluded. But the mere definition of delusion is the fact that you have an idiosyncratic belief that goes against reality or rational argument. I've just given you a rational argument. So you are deluded. I'll tell you something. I am more self-aware, it seems, than a lot of people. I am aware to the point that I can say, you know what, according to the definition, I would be seen as delusional, so I accept it. The problem with religious people, the problem with people that believe in this stuff, they are not self-aware enough because they are so emotionally attached to their religion that when presented with a rational argument, just like I just presented, they still go against, the feelings that they have about this thing. Just like I do. I have an experience. I have the feeling of going into my meditation and having that experience. So I will say to you, yes, I'm deluded. The point is, I am mature enough to understand that when I come out, I can't, it doesn't correlate or it doesn't match with quote unquote reality or rational argument. I understand that. However, I'm telling you, I had the experience, and you don't have to believe me though. You are not required to believe me. Just say, that Sarah is crazy, he's delusional, and I'll be like, cool, let me just go and meditate one more time. Cool, let me go meditate one more time, even though you say I'm delusional, because no matter what you say, I'm not going to stop doing it. It's what I do, right? But the new attack now is to try and attack Sarah's ancestral meditation. Why? I'll tell you why. Because Sarah Garvey was able to deconstruct a whole religion. Because even in the live stream, Adam says, oh, props where props is due. Respect where respect is due. Sarah was able to make these people that he had conversations with look really silly. And he was able to defeat them in debate. So he accepts that. But now he's here to now deconstruct my ancestral meditation, which is fine, which is cool. But I don't understand the focus on it. Well, I do understand the focus on it. The focus on it is the new attack, because they need to attack the individual, because the individual has been able to deconstruct the whole religion. So all this Adam is to me, really, is the white veneer on a rotten brown tooth. What do I mean by that? Islam has had a very bad PR campaign waging at the moment for a few years. Okay, so the image of Islam is essentially light brown skin guy, big beard, okay, wrap on his head, and the dress type thing that they wear. Sorry, and that image can slash with being terrorist in the minds of a lot of people. So we have Islam / terrorist, and we have the image of the kind of brown skin guy with the beard and the thing on his head, and so that's a really bad PR. Along comes Adam, white guy, no beard, white guy, no beard, well dressed, suit, shirts, nice, well spoken, new veneer of Islam. The core, rotten brown tooth. For me, you can't put a veneer on a rotten brown tooth because the core of it is rotten. So I'm not about to, roll with this Adam Deen dude. I'm very suspicious because you hold a position and a religion that actually states that it's actually okay to deceive and lie to people who don't believe in it. So I'm very suspicious. So people can't sell me the white face with no beard of Islam now. You can't sell that to Sarah Garvey because I'm watching you and I'm like, this guy's really going at this ancestors thing. Like they're attempting to attack it. And I'm like, but bro, you can attack it all you want. It's not going to invalidate the fact that I was able to deconstruct the whole religion. So you could attack me. You could attack my ancestral meditation. It won't take away from the fact that I deconstructed the whole of Islam. It won't take away from that fact. But it seems to be, because I remember, when we were having that conversation, he was like a dog with a bone. There was a beginning part of the video that you'll see, I think it's going to be put up, where we spoke about a lot of stuff, and his thing was, you're deluded, and and I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. Like, it's cool, bro. Don't worry about it. Like, why are you so worried about it? Why do you feel the need to, go at this thing? It's not hurting you. I'm one man. I'm one man having a meditation experience. Why does that matter to you? That doesn't matter. What matters is this one man was able to deconstruct a whole religion. That's what matters. And so it's a thing of, we're going to go for that, man. Because the attack's been happening for about 1.5 years now. They've attacked me from all angles. This is just a new attack. This is a new attack, and it's going to be wrapped in some kind of eloquent, educational. I want to have a debate because after Adam Deen wanted to, I want to get your email and I want to send some stuff to you. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm fine. Don't need it because I don't trust you, motherfuckers. I'm just going to let you know. I don't trust you, motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are taught to deceive. Because when I try to pin you down on exactly what it is that you believe, it's some pie in the sky stuff. It's some Fasazi, mystical, magical. And I'm like, what is this kind of Islam you're talking about, bro? Like, I don't understand what it is. You told me that you don't have to believe the man in the cave, which is essential. You tell me that, and this is what's very interesting. He tried to say in the conversation that his Islam starts with believing in God first, or Allah first. I'm like, no, it doesn't though. It starts with the book. Because people believe in God around the whole globe. There's millions of people that believe in a God, just not the way you believe in it. You can go from the heights of the Himalayas to the lowlands of South America, and people have a God concept, bro. But they don't fit it into the paradigm of Islam. They don't need the Quran to fit it into. But you do. So your belief in this God essentially ends up in the book. But those people's gods don't end up in your book though. Yours does. So your the central foundation of what you believe is the Quran. And the Quran is the same book that says Adam is the first man. And I just gave you a rational argument as to how Adam cannot be the name of the first man. But you're still not going to accept that you are deluded. And I said this if you, just because you don't accept you're deluded, it doesn't mean you're not. I'm aware that I'll be classed as deluded. I'm actually aware of it, and I'm okay with it. If you accept you're deluded now, your whole shit breaks down, because you got a 1.6 billion following now. Do you get what I'm saying? Me, I'm one man, so I can admit I'm deluded, and I can be cool with that. But the ego, I've always said the ego and the arrogance of Abrahamic religious people will always be their downfall. It will be their downfall because the arrogance and the ego won't admit certain things. And I'm saying to you, by definition, you have an idiosyncratic belief, here it is, an idiosyncratic belief maintained despite being contradicted by reality or rational argument. What is the reality? The reality is the first man's name could not have been Adam. Now, imagine this. Your book, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of humanity, and your book couldn't get it right. Your book couldn't even get it right at the beginning. It falls at the first hurdle of humanity. And you expect me now to believe the rest of it, and you couldn't even get the beginning right. Why would I take your book if you couldn't get the beginning right, bro? I say this about Abrahamic religions, and I've always said, because I maintain it, because I always look at things via an African lens, right? If Africa is the beginning, scientifically, and your book totally erases that beginning, you don't mention Africa, you don't mention the black people, you don't mention anything. You start off with Adam, a name that comes only 6,000 years ago. That's how I know your book and your philosophy, your value system is culture-centric. It's culture-centric, essentially. Whatever culture you come from, it's going to be at the center of it, which is why we use that language, the language of the Semitic languages. We use the things that Semitic people found